This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. Orange juice and tourists. Those are the two things most at risk for Florida in the trade dispute between the U.S. and Canada, even as the two countries agreed to pause their threatened tariffs for a month. Tom Hudson reports.
If there is American orange juice in Canada, odds are it came from Florida, and it would be more expensive if the two countries do not settle their trade tensions. When President Donald Trump threatened to put a 25% tariff on Canadian goods, Canada retaliated with its own threat on American goods. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau specifically warned that Canadians may have to skip Florida's defining crop.
Or foregoing Florida orange juice altogether.
Florida exports tens of millions of dollars worth of orange juice to Canada, but the bigger economic risk is the import of Canadian tourists visiting Florida. Canadians were the number one international tourists here in 2023, responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars in spending. The number of Canadians visiting the Sunshine State was up 20% from a year earlier, and Broward County is one of their traditional destinations. The Prime Minister made this appeal to his constituents making travel plans.
It might mean changing your summer vacation plans to stay here in Canada.
The summer vacation season may favor Canada's humidity, even if trade tensions remain hot. I'm Tom Hudson in Miami.
More than 100 people gathered yesterday outside Florida's capital to protest state and federal immigration actions. It's the second day in a row for the protest, and this time the group has doubled in size. Robert Lee joined the protesters both days. He was born in the United States, but his parents and siblings moved here from Central America. He says the recent ICE raids have left many immigrants feeling afraid.
And I just know there's a lot of people in the Latino community right now that they're afraid, they're scared. They're afraid to go out to the store, they're afraid to take their kids to school. So I'm just out here trying to show that, there's a lot of people that support our neighbors.
To show their solidarity, Lee says several local Latino-owned restaurants and businesses closed their doors yesterday as well. It was part of a protest taking place across the country called A Day Without Immigrants. Some immigrant families also did not shop and kept their kids out of school. The goal was to highlight the economic impact immigrants have. The first bell rings for about half of Florida's high school students before 7:30 a.m., while 2/3 start class before 8 a.m. Next year, that is supposed to change. A state law says high schools cannot start before 8:30, and middle schools can't start until 8. Jude Bruno is the president-elect of the Florida Parent-Teacher Association and spoke on the Florida Roundup Friday about the main reason behind the change.
Research consistently shows that adolescents and teens need 8 to 10 hours of sleep, but struggle to fall asleep before 11 p.m., so it's absolutely needed.
But Bruno says regardless of the research, parents, students, and other stakeholders should be able to weigh in on the change in start times. In the meantime, some school districts are scrambling to get the new start times to line up with bus schedules and extracurricular activities. There are bills proposed also in the upcoming session to repeal the changing start times. Broward College has a new president. Natalie LaRoche-Pietri has more.
The Board of Trustees unanimously voted Tori Alston to lead the college, which has 4 major campuses and about 56,000 students. Alston will succeed Gregory Hale, who abruptly resigned the post in 2023. A 2-time appointee of Governor Ron DeSantis, Alston was named to the Broward County Commission in 2021 and then the school board the following year, which he exited in November after losing re-election. Alston most recently led the Greater Miami Expressway Agency, which oversees 5 roadways in Miami-Dade and Monroe counties. I'm Natalie LaRoche-Pietri in Miami-Dade.
The Lakeland Ledger reports an expansion of Interstate 4 from US 27 eastward and will begin soon, according to the Florida Department of Transportation. The Moving I-4 Forward program begins its Accelerated Start project, the agency said yesterday in a news release. Drivers will see construction along a 7.5-mile stretch of I-4 from US 27 east of World Drive in Osceola County. FDOT said the project will add an extra travel lane in each direction by the end of the year, providing relief to an average of 140,000 vehicles a day. Last year, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced the program, which will put more than $7 billion into highway improvements, and drivers may visit movingi4forward.com to learn about the project and get project updates. For weather, today will be partly cloudy with some mid-afternoon sunshine, highs in the mid-70s. Tonight will be mostly cloudy and foggy with overnight lows in the mid-60s, and we can expect some more cloudy weather tomorrow with highs in the mid-70s. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.